Baruch atah Asherah, anat malacha ha'olam, asher kedishani b'mitzvotav, v'tzivani lehi tatif l'tzitzit. No, you didn't miss it. I'm moving slow today. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I slept in. And then I got caught in my own head. Screaming geometrically, you might say. So I'm here now with you like this. Good morning, Julia. I would have loved to have been streaming at 9:30 instead of 11:30. Probably needed the sleep. Yeah, probably. I mean, I think you always need sleep. I think all sleep is necessary. Hey. I'm glad to be here with you, even though it's been forever. Sarah, how are you feeling? Caught in a loop? Is this a Mother of Jesus display? Yes. Yes, buttflakes. This is a Mother of Jesus display. She used to look like this, right? And they used to call her Asherah. Now she looks more like this, virginal and veiled, instead of tits out. This is my religion, Hannah. This moment that you are experiencing right now, let's call it religion and ask what that feels like. This moment. Always pay attention to your body. It will guide you. Keep on keeping on. So we'll say some old words from the book of Deuteronomy. And then we'll read about Gilgamesh spurning Ishtar. And then we'll say Arati and Kaddish and conclude for the day. It's so nice to see all of you. Thank you. Sarah, I'm sorry you're unwell. If there's anything I could do for you, I would do it. You know I would. Much love, Tilly. Good morning, sunshine. Let's cringe together, shall we? Old words from the book of Deuteronomy about privilege and conquest and love. Shema Yisrael Asher Eloheinu Yahweh Echad. Vahafta את ענת אלוהיך, ובכל לבבך, ובכל נפשך, ובכל מאודיך, וחיוכך הדברים האלה, אשר נערכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך, בביתך, ובלכתך, בדרך, ובשכבך, ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, וחיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבת חכם על מזוזות ביתך, ובשעריך. וחיה, כי ויחיו אלוהיך אל הארץ אשר נשבע לבתך, לאברהם ליצחק וליעקב, לתת לך עברים גדולות וטובות אשר לא בנית, ובתים מלאים כל טובה אשר לא מילאת, וברות עצובים אשר לא עשת, גרים וזיתים אשר נתת, והלכת ושבת, הישמר לך פן תשכח את יהוה אשר תשעך מארץ מצרים מבית עבדים. Excuse me. When Yahweh Eloheinu brings you into the land that he swore to your fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob to assign to you, great and flourishing cities that you did not build, houses full of all good things that you did not fill, hewn cisterns that you did not hew, vineyards, grapes, vineyards, and olive groves that you did not plant, and you eat your fill. Take heed that you do not forget Yahweh, who freed you from the land of Egypt, the house of bondage. When you go to the dumpster, you pull out crates and crates of grapes that you did not grow, and you eat your fill. Grapes that you did not pay for. Take heed, you do not forget Yahweh. How do you make raisins, Shiley? Are you still here? Did I lose you with all the Hebrew? It's very touching for me to hear that you make your own raisins because of content that you've seen. Hebrew is your favorite language. I think I would have to say that English is my favorite language because it's the only language I know. I would love to learn Hebrew, though. How do you make your raisins? Every day, a reminder of pain. A reminder that the world we live in is a colonial world. Thanks, Batya. How are you doing today? How is your town doing today? How are all the people around you doing today? Sometimes you lay them in the sun in dry towels. But you do use a dehydrator. How do you source them? Where do you get the grapes from? Batya, batya, batya. What a world we live in. Hey, Shati. Quiet in your neighborhood. Dry paper towels. It takes a lot of sun. What part of the world do you live in that you get sun like that can dehydrate raisins? If I left grapes in the sun, they would mold. Where I live, we don't get enough sun. It's too wet here. Hey, Erica. Nice to see you. Lovely to see you, too. It's just me. So, where we left off in this epic of Gilgamesh, Ishtar had been spurned. Gilgamesh says, I don't want to marry you. I'm going to die if I do that. All your lovers die. This is not cool. I know you're very sexy and you could give me lots of great animals, but I'm not interested in dying because I loved Ishtar. Not interested in it. I'm like, fair? Not the choice I would make personally. I would love to bed the love goddess and then die as a result. That seems like a fair exchange. But, you know, for Gilgamesh, he wants something more long-lasting, right? Interpersonal relationship, or at least that kind of interpersonal relationship, less interesting. Maybe with Enkidu. But Enkidu doesn't promise him death for his love. So, I'm not brave like you. I just use old store-bought ones. But you did start a garden of grapes. Shiley, I wouldn't say I'm brave. I would say maybe that I am privileged. or exist in unique socioeconomic circumstances. Dried banana chips in the dehydrator. Yeah, bananas, strawberries. I love doing all of that. Thanks, Jada Pearson. You still get to say the old words with friends. Yes, I'm running late and you're running late. We're all running late. Privileged is the better word. Yeah. Bravery is, I don't know. I don't know what bravery is. I guess I'm brave. I think you're probably brave too. You know, it wouldn't be a stream on TikTok if someone wasn't asking me to remove my clothing. In different ways, we all brave. You're running early, actually. What a mitzvah. The book cover? Oh, Gilgamesh. Caesar, you're here. Look at me with my mind in the gutter. Thinking I'm getting trolled. No, legitimate question. Here's Gilgamesh. Flash is a fun choice of word. Yeah, I assume the worst of people, it seems. Anyway, Ishtar's like, love me, and I will give you so many animals. And Gilgamesh is like, yeah, and then you'll kill me. This is Humbaba on the cover of the Epic of Gilgamesh. Humbaba's just been killed in front of the cedars. He was guarding the cedars. You see the cedars? Humbaba was killed guarding the cedars. Ishtar is impressed. She goes to Gilgamesh. She says, come fuck me. I'll give you some donkeys. And Gilgamesh is like, nah, bad deal. So Ishtar rushes off to her parents in a passion and sobs out her indignation. Her speech is noteworthy for its jarring colloquialisms. Her father, Anu the sky god, attempts to mildly pacify her, but Ishtar will have punishment at any price. She demands her father's bull to be let loose against the heroes. She gets her way after threatening to release the dead, right? This is Ishtar, goddess of love and death. She threatens to release the dead. She can do this. She went to the underworld and came back. No deal. No deal. Okay, this is the question. A ghost is a ghost. If Ishtar came to you and said, love me, we'll have the most incredible sex, I will give you so many fecund animals, children beyond your belief, and then you will die, would you say yes? Or would you turn her down in search of a different kind of living? She demands her father's bull let loose against the heroes. She gets her way after threatening to release the dead. Me too. How do you ask us Discord? So click my icon, something like right there, yeah? Click the icon, go to my profile, check out the link in my bio. In the link in my bio, it says Tiresias Koji. Click Discord, and that's the invite link to the Discord, and then you can be in the discourse. Yeah, I would take the mules too, right? I mean, what does she say? What does she say? You shall be my husband, and I shall be your wife. I will ready for you a chariot of lapis and gold, with golden wheels and fitting gemstones. You shall harness storm demons as if they were giant mules, right? They're not just any mules, they're storm demon mules. Enter our house amidst the fragrance of cedar, because you've gotten so much cedar now. When you enter the house, the splendid exotic door skills shall do you homage. Kings, nobles, and priests, princes shall kneel before you. They shall bring you gifts of mountain and lowland as tribute. Your goats shall bear triplets, your ewes twins. Your pack-laden donkey shall overtake the mule. Yes, lapis lazuli. Your horses shall run proud before the wagon. Your ox in yoke shall have none to compare. Right? That's the promise of Ishtar. And Dumuzi says, Gilgamesh says, no, you killed your last husband, Dumuzi. Are you destined for an afterlife? No, you're destined to go into the land of the dead to be tortured by Ereshkigal, the vulture demon. It's not quite an instant death. You get to have as much sex as you want with Ishtar, and then you get to see all of your animals procreate. and then you die. Only after you have achieved your full pleasure. Decline. Not quite instant death, right? Like we know from the sequence in the Inanna arc that we read, right? So first Inanna and Dumuzi get married, and then they have some real good sex, and then the fields are very fecund, right? And flowing with milk, and then she dies and goes down to the underworld on her like death mission, and then she comes back and makes a trade. Dumuzi's like, "Where did you go? My wife just abandoned me." And then she comes back with a host of demons, and they capture him and bring him down to the underworld. So you have a little bit of time, but you have to know that your wife will abandon you, and then when she returns, it will be your doom. But before she returns, you get to enjoy all your demon harness mules in your chariot of lapis lazuli and gold. Would you take the choice? Right. So, but here's the issue: is that it's not really, like, it's a kind of a fake choice, because Gilgamesh says, no, I reject this. I don't want to die like your previous husband, Dumuzi. And so Ishtar gets really angry. She goes to the gods. She says, I will punish you at any price. She demands her father's bull be let loose against the heroes. And she gets her way after threatening to release the dead, right? Which is what she was going to do anyway. She also promises to garner food against 7 years of famine that will follow the attack of the bull, right? So, like, Ishtar comes and gets her revenge either way. You might as well have sex with her. That's what I think. I don't know. But, like, you know, I'm not Gilgamesh. I'm not an ancient Mesopotamian king. So, when Ishtar heard this, Ishtar was furious and went up to heaven. Ishtar went sobbing before Anu, her father, before Antum, her mother. Her tears flowed down. Father! Gilgamesh has said outrageous things to me. Gilgamesh has been spouting insults about me. Insults and curses against me. Anu made ready to speak, saying to the princess Ishtar, Well now, did you not provoke the king, Gilgamesh, and so Gilgamesh spouted insults about you, insults and curses against you? Come now, didn't you deserve it? Isn't this what you get? You do have a history with men, my daughter. Ishtar made ready to speak, saying to Anu, her father, Well then, father, pretty please, the bull of heaven, so I can kill Gilgamesh on his home ground. If you don't give me the bull of heaven, I'll strike it to its foundation. I'll raise up the dead to devour the living. The dead shall outnumber the living. Would that I were. God, she's such a brat. I had a crush on a boy, and he rejected me, and now I'm gonna summon an army of the dead. Meh. Anu made ready to speak, saying to the princess Ishtar, If you insist on the bull of heaven from me, let the widow of Uruk gather 7 years of chaff. Let the farmer of Uruk raise 7 years of hay. Ishtar made ready to speak, saying to Anu, her father, I stored up, I provided. The widow of Uruk has gathered 7 years of chaff. The farmer of Uruk has raised 7 years of hay. With the bull of heaven's fury, I will kill him. So, you know, that's what you get for spurning Ishtar. When Anu heard what Ishtar said, he placed the lead rope of the bull of heaven in her hand, and Ishtar led the bull of heaven away. So now Ishtar has the bull of heaven, and she's going to send it down to fight Gilgamesh and Enkidu. And we'll read that another day, but I'll give you a spoiler. The bull rages down the Euphrates, lowering its water level with great gulps, and opening up enormous pits of the ground with its snorts. Enkidu pinions the animal, and Gilgamesh stabs it to death. Ah, the heroes... Okay, so they're not done with their fighting. First they killed Umbaba, now they're gonna kill the bull of heaven. Like a classic. God, this story is so good. Like, this is the best one. It's a really good sequel to the Inanna stories. I'm glad that we read those so many times so that, like, I can reference them to you and you're like, yeah, I remember that. The Cougar and the Galator, they go down to Ereshkigal and they said, hey, would you let Inanna go? And she's like, oh, my insides. And they're like, oh, your insides, right? That story, it's the same story, right? It's like Marvel Comics up in here. Okay. Gosh, y'all do put me in a good mood. Should have gotten online earlier. Stabby heroes. Okay. So should we conclude with Arati and Kaddish? Let's do it. Good. It's mutual. Jaya Jaya Arati Vina Vinayaka Vina Vinayaka Shri Ganesha Jaya Jaya Arati Subramanya Subramanya Kartikeya Jaya Jaya Arati Venugopala Venugopala Venuola Papa Vidura Navanita Chora Jaya Jaya Arati Venkantaramana Venkantaramana Sankata Harana Sitarama Radhe Shama Jaya Jaya Arati Gauri Manohara Gauri Manohara Bhavani Sankara Sambasara Shiva Uma Maheshwara Jaya Jaya Arati Raja Rajeshwari Raja Rajeshwari Tripura Sundari Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Mahashakti Jaya Jaya Arati Anjaneya Anjaneya Hanumanta Jaya Jaya Arati Dattatreya Dattatreya Trimurti Avatara Jaya Jaya Arati Adityaya Adityaya Bhaskaraya Jaya Jaya Arati Sanistaraya Sanistaraya Bhaskaraya Jaya Jaya Arati Sankarachaya Sankarachaya Advaita Grave Jaya Jaya Arati Sadgurunata Sadgurunata Shivananda Jaya Jaya Arati Vishnu Devananda Vishnu Devananda Vishnu Devananda Jaya Jaya Arati Agastya Munaye Agastya Munaye Shriyama Priyaye Jaya Jaya Arati Ayapa Samine Ayapa Samine Dharma Shastave Jaya Jaya Arati Jesus Gurave Moses Gurave Buddha Gurave Jaya Jaya Arati Muhammad Gurave Guru Nanak Gurave Samastya Gurubho Namaha Jaya Jaya Arati Venugopala Natatra Suyabati Natanjakara Tamnima Vidyobati Kutoyamagni Tormeva Bantamanamanti Sarvam Tasya Basya Samridam Vivanti Om Gange Kayamane Kaiva Govari Saraswati Narmade Stika Veriya Namastitam Namo Namaha Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandusha Saka Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Javinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Kayena Vacha Manasendriya Herva Buddhyatmanava Prakrite Sabhavad Karamyad Yad Sakalam Prasmahe Narayana Hiti Sarmar Payami Sarvadamam Pravichayam Amikam Saranam Vraja Aham Sva Sarva Papayo Mokshayami Masucha. Whatever actions I perform with my body, speech, mind, senses, my nature, my intellect, or my emotions, all these I dedicate to you. To all of you. Language. Sanskrit. Sanskrit is the language, Sid. Sanskrit. Well, we'll switch now to Hebrew to conclude with the Mourner's Kaddish. Have a wonderful day. Yeah. The word Kaddish means holy in Hebrew. And this prayer is a prayer of grief, even though there isn't a single word of sadness in the prayer. Right? It's a prayer to God, but the name of God is not mentioned. It can mean whatever we want it to mean. Thank you, Sid. I really appreciate hearing that. And I doubly appreciate when the compliment becomes infective. I've spent a lot of time working on my voice. It's really nice to hear it acknowledged. You know, I was raised Jewish, but basically left the religion too. I mean, like, I'm still Jewish, right? It's in my genes. But, like, this is how I do Judaism, by showing off this large-breasted Asherah figurine whenever I can. Don't forget, Yahweh had a wife once. Don't forget, take heed. Remember Yahweh, who freed you from the land of Egypt and then banished his wife. So, we say Kaddish for the wife banishments, and the enigmatic ways in which language changes and meaning evolves. We say Kaddish for the ways that we suffer, and also the ways that we feel joy. Thank you, Savannah, for the last 2,500 years, give or take. Since Asherah's death, my ancestors have been saying these words. Good morning, Avi. For the last 2,500 years, they've been saying, good morning, Avi. Kaddish goes like this. Yid Gadal, Vid Kadash, Shema, Rabba, B'yama, Divrach, Yotev, Yamlich, Malchute, B'chayachon, of Yom Echon, V'chayedi, Kol Beit Yisrael, Bagala, Vizman Kariv, V'imru, Amen. Yehi Shema, Rabba, Mevarach, Li'alam, Omei, Omaya, Yid Barach, V'ishtabach, V'it Ba'ar, V'it Ramam, V'it Naseh, V'it Adar, V'it Aleh, V'it Alal, Shemei, D'Kudash, B'rechu, Leila, Min Kol Birchata, V'shir, Tatush, B'chata, V'nechem, Atat, Yamiran, B'yama, V'imru, Amen. Yehi Shlama, Rabba, Amin, Shemaya, V'chaim, Alinu, V'yachol, Yisrael, V'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, huya aseh shalom, aleinu v'yachol Yisrael, v'yimru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, huya aseh shalom aleinu, v'yalechol Yisrael, v'yimru, v'yimru. Amen. Thanks. Hey, thanks. Thank you. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that you're still in my life. All of you. I'm actually gonna cry. I've been having some emotional days. I graduated and I don't know what to do with myself. And, like, my emotional landscape is just, like, foreign to me right now. Like, I'm just, like, constantly upset. Like, frustrated, but, like, relieved simultaneously. It's very strange to be in my head right now. And I'm so grateful for all of you. There's a link in my bio. Someone asked earlier. I don't know if you're still here. There's a link in my bio. Click it, and you can join the Discord server, and we can talk more. There's also a link to my Patreon. You can join my Patreon and help me live my life. That'd be nice. Like that first day after high school. Yeah, except I'm a fucking adult, and I still have responsibilities. I want the responsibilities to be gone, but I just still have them. Spent 6 hours today doing stupid correspondence work. Right, but it's the same, yeah. Same feeling. Suddenly I have this gap, and I've immediately filled it with other shit. And then I'm frustrated, like, I wanted there to be a gap. I filled the gap before it was even empty. What am I doing? What kind of decision-making processes am I doing, right? Like, valuing the future so highly against the present. Like, why can't you just take a fucking break? I don't know. Because I have shelves to build. I'm gonna go build some shelves now. Okay. Take a fucking break. Yeah. I will. Next week, I'm gonna finish building these shelves, and then I'm gonna, like, just, like, go off into the woods or something. The home improvement is good. I've been waiting to do this for years. Like, literally, I haven't been able to do this for years. And so, like, first chance I get, I'm like, finally, I get to change my house. No one's going to tell me not to. And so I'm like, I'm in a huge rush to, like, build all the shelves because I'm worried that if I don't finish, somebody's going to tell me it's bad. I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. I just feel, contradictory. I feel bound in my own selfhood. People tell me that they're proud of me. It's a very difficult construction. It's just the first day after second high school, yeah. Like, it is particularly difficult for me to hear people say that they're proud of me, and I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. It's because my father tells me that he's proud of me all the time, usually in the most, like, totally deaf ways. Like, he tells me he's proud of me for being like him. I'm like, I'm not fucking like you. You're not proud of me at all. But he tells me that he's proud of me all the time, and it just, like, means that construction is, a little toxic. But how would you know that? Third high school. Yes, it's fucking third high school. This is the third institution I've graduated from. And there's probably gonna be more. Maybe I'm gonna go to rabbinical school because I'm insane. Not for a while though. I'm gonna take a break. Excited for me. Yeah, let's be excited for the future. Let's be excited for the future. And maybe once the future is here, I'll notice. Like, it doesn't feel like it's any... Like, that's the problem, is it doesn't feel like there's anything different. Like, my life hasn't changed at all. I can just, like, say that I've got some letters on my name, but my life hasn't actually changed. And it will, right? Like, my face is gonna get peeled off. And, like, I will finish this carpentry at some point, and then I'm gonna start making videos again. I'm gonna start making new films. You can send me film ideas. I'll probably make them, if they're good. Wow, I just had a bit of an outburst. So it goes, right? Like, I guess candor is what sells on this app. Here's my manufactured authenticity for you. Yep, this is really me. I'm having like a tiny mental break. So it goes. I've been far worse off. You've seen me much worse off. I'm not bad. I'm just bewildered. I'm bewildered. Thank you for your excitement. I'll be here tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be here at 10 in the morning because I have a meeting at 11. So I'll be here a couple hours earlier. Still fucking tax meetings. I have to meet with my accountant to figure out how to file my taxes. So I'm 32 years old and run 4 companies. You're gonna need some alerts for the stream. 10 a.m. tomorrow. I'll see you then. Maybe I need to have one with someone other than a roommate? Have what? Yeah, we need a CPA and we don't. We don't earn 70K. Collectively, our businesses do not earn $70,000 a year, and yet we do need a CPA because we have this proliferation of structures. Proliferation of legal structures that do not match the scale of money that we earn, but we still have to hire a CPA to help us. I've made some funny decisions in my life. 2 companies or more need a CPA. We have fucking 4. 2 of them don't make any money. 2 of them make like 30K a year. But we still have 4 companies. So yeah, we need a CPA. Emotional outbursts. Yes. I don't know if I've done that on this stream before. I'm exceptionally eloquent today. Must be the new letters beyond my... No, it's probably because I'm stoned. If I'm being perfectly honest with you. And I feel so many terrible things about that. Such is life. Okay. I will see you all tomorrow to say these words again. And, I hope you have a really lovely day. Okay. Farewell. You clean for a CPA company? when we have a CPA, he's pretty good. They're pretty good. Career CPA that I sometimes misgender, unfortunately. Yeah, they're good. They're going to help us. Tomorrow at 11, talking with my CPA. Have a nice day. It'll all be okay. I love you all very much. Yeah, farewell.